What if the supplement you were told would help your sleep, your prostate, and your energy could actually make you feel worse? This happened to a man named William. He's 72. His doctor told him that magnesium could help him relax at night, ease the muscle tension in his hips, and maybe even reduce some of that pressure he felt in his prostate, so he started taking it. One pill every night, just like everyone told him to. But after only a few days, he woke up dizzy, his heart beating slower than usual, with a strange heaviness in his chest. His wife took him to urgent care, and the doctor looked at his chart and said something he never expected to hear. You should have never taken magnesium, not with your condition. That single sentence changed everything for him, because like most men, he thought magnesium was harmless. He thought it was natural, he thought it was safe for everyone. But the truth is much more complicated, especially after age 60. For some men, magnesium is one of the safest and most effective nutrients they can take. But for others, even one small dose can cause dizziness, blood pressure drops, irregular heartbeat, or make their prostate symptoms feel worse. So the real question is not, should men take magnesium? But instead, how do you know if it's right for you? Or if your body is warning you to stop immediately? In this video, you'll learn the 4 warning signs you should never take magnesium, and the 5 clear signals your body gives you when you actually need it every single day. Some of these signs are subtle, some are obvious, and one of them is directly connected to prostate inflammation, nighttime urination, and why your PSA may slowly rise even when everything else looks normal. Stay with me, because most men get this wrong, and fixing it can make a bigger difference than you'd ever expect. Before we go deeper, I want to make something clear. This video is for education only. It's meant to help you understand your body better, not to replace your doctor's advice. Everyone's health situation is different, especially after 60. So always speak with your doctor before starting or stopping any supplement. And if you'd like a simple 1-page guide that shows the safest forms of magnesium, the risky ones, and how to know which category you fall into, just comment the word magnesium below. Once you comment, I'll leave the download link for you right there in the pinned comment. Now, let's look at the signs your body gives you, starting with the first warning signal that tells you magnesium might be the wrong choice for you. Warning sign number 4, you have kidney issues, even mild ones. Let's start with the warning sign most men overlook, and it's one of the most important. If your kidneys aren't working at full strength, even just a little below normal, magnesium can build up in your body faster than you think. Here's why this matters. Your kidneys act like a filter. Every time you take magnesium, from food or supplements, your kidneys decide how much to keep and how much to remove. But after age 60, that filter naturally slows down. Add in medications like blood pressure pills or water pills, and the filtering becomes even weaker. This means magnesium stays in your system longer, and levels can rise without you noticing. The first signs are subtle. You feel more tired during the day. You get lightheaded when you stand up. Your heartbeat feels slower or heavier than usual. Most men blame age or think they slept wrong. But in reality, their kidneys just can't keep up with the magnesium they're taking. In more severe cases, too much magnesium can cause nausea, muscle weakness, or a strange, foggy feeling in your head. This is exactly what happened to William, the man from the hook. His kidneys were only slightly impaired. Nothing serious, nothing obvious, but enough that magnesium became too much for his body to handle. So if you've ever been told you have reduced kidney function, a history of kidney stones, or you're taking medications that affect kidney filtration, magnesium supplements may not be safe for you. And now let's move to the next warning sign, something even more common in men over 60, and one that can quietly turn magnesium from helpful into dangerous. Warning sign number 3, you're taking blood pressure or heart rhythm medication. This next warning sign is extremely common because most men over 60 take at least one medication for blood pressure, heart rhythm, or circulation. And here's the important part. Magnesium naturally relaxes your muscles, but it doesn't only relax your arms or your legs, It also relaxes the smooth muscles in your blood vessels and the electrical system that keeps your heart beating steadily. So, if you're already on a medication that lowers blood pressure, slows down your heartbeat, or stabilizes your rhythm, adding magnesium on top of that can push things too far. And this can happen quietly. You might feel a little dizzy when you get out of bed. You might feel your heart beat slower than normal. You might feel weak or like your energy drops suddenly in the afternoon. Many men think, I'm just getting older. But in reality, magnesium plus heart medication can create a stronger effect than either one alone. Doctors call this stacking. Your medication is doing its job, and magnesium is doing the same job. And together they slow things down more than your body can handle. For some men, this is just uncomfortable. For others, especially those with existing heart issues, it can be risky. If you're taking beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, water pills, or medications for arrhythmia, you need to be especially cautious. The good news is, you don't always have to avoid magnesium. Sometimes you just need the right form or the right dose, but that decision must be made carefully with your doctor. And now, let's move to warning sign number 2, something most men never connect to magnesium, but it can make your prostate symptoms feel worse almost overnight. Warning sign number 2, you already have loose stools, diarrhea, or digestive issues. This next warning sign catches many men by surprise, and it's one most people never connect to magnesium. If you already struggle with loose stools, occasional diarrhea, or a sensitive stomach, certain types of magnesium can make everything worse fast. Here's why. Many common forms of magnesium, like magnesium citrate or magnesium oxide, pull water into your intestines. That's why they're often used as laxatives. They work quickly, sometimes too quickly. For a younger person, the body can handle that. But for older men, especially those over 60, losing water and minerals too fast can throw off your entire system. It can make you dehydrated, lower your blood pressure, and irritate your bladder and prostate. Because when your gut is inflamed, your pelvic region often reacts with it. This is something we see all the time. A man starts magnesium to help him sleep, and suddenly he's waking up more at night to pee, feeling pressure in the lower abdomen, or needing the bathroom urgently. Most men blame their prostate, but the real issue began in the gut, and when the gut is irritated, the pelvic nerves become irritated too. That means more nighttime urination, more urgency, more discomfort. So if your digestion is already sensitive or you've noticed your stools are loose, be very careful with magnesium. Sometimes the solution isn't avoiding it. It's choosing a gentler form like magnesium glycinate. But even then, if your stomach is easily upset, you need to go slow. Now let's move to the number 1 warning sign, the one that almost guarantees you should not take magnesium without medical supervision. Warning sign number 1, you're taking prostate medications or water pills. This final warning sign is the one most men miss, and it's the most important. If you're taking medications for an enlarged prostate or water pills for swelling or blood pressure, you have to be extremely careful with magnesium. Here's the reason. Many prostate medications, especially alpha blockers like tamsulosin, relax the muscles around your bladder, and prostate water pills, including hydrochlorothiazide, furosemide, and others, pull fluid and minerals out of your body. Magnesium does both of these things too. It relaxes muscles and it affects fluid balance. So when you combine magnesium with prostate meds or water pills, the effects can stack on top of each other without you realizing it. Men who take this combination often notice sudden drops in blood pressure, dizziness when standing, a heavy, weak feeling in the legs, increased nighttime urination, irregular heartbeat, or difficulty emptying the bladder fully. None of these symptoms appear dangerous at first. They feel like normal aging, but they're actually signs that your minerals and muscle tone are becoming unbalanced. There's also another hidden problem. Water pills can lower potassium levels. Magnesium can affect potassium too. When these minerals shift even a little, your heart rhythm can change and your prostate nerves can become more sensitive. This is why doctors say never mix supplements with water pills without supervision. So if you're taking prostate medication, heart medication, or any form of diuretic, magnesium may not be safe for you unless your doctor checks your levels first. Now that we've covered the warning signs, let's shift to the positive side. The signs your body is telling you that you actually need magnesium every single day. Sign number 5, you get leg cramps, tight calves, or restless legs at night. Let's begin with the first positive sign, one that almost every older man has felt, but very few connect to magnesium if your legs cramp at night. Your calves tighten when you stretch, or your feet twitch when you're trying to sleep. Your body may be quietly telling you it's running low on magnesium. Here's why this happens. Magnesium is what helps your muscles relax after they contract. It acts like the off switch, but when you don't have enough, your muscles stay partially activated, tight, jumpy, or ready to spasm. That's why leg cramps often strike at night. As your body relaxes for sleep, your nervous system sends small mixed signals to muscles that don't have enough magnesium to calm down properly for many men. This is the reason they can't fall asleep easily, or they wake up feeling like their legs never fully rested. It also affects your prostate indirectly. Tight pelvic and leg muscles can increase tension in the pelvic floor, which makes nighttime urination worse and can raise sensitivity in the prostate area. Men who restore magnesium levels often report fewer nighttime cramps, less tension in the hips and pelvis, deeper sleep, fewer bathroom trips at night, and this improvement can happen surprisingly fast, sometimes in just a few days. If your legs feel tight, heavy, or restless at night, magnesium deficiency is one of the most common causes. And now, let's move to the next sign, one that affects almost every man with prostate symptoms, but is rarely discussed. Sign number 4, you sleep poorly or wake up multiple times to urinate. If you find yourself waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night, or if you struggle to fall asleep and stay asleep, your body may be signaling a magnesium deficiency. Here's why. Magnesium plays a major role in calming the nervous system, slowing the mind before sleep, and relaxing the muscles around the bladder and pelvis. When magnesium is low, your nervous system becomes more reactive, meaning small signals from the bladder feel louder than they should. So even when your bladder isn't full, you still wake up with the urge to go. Many men think this is just prostate problems. But in countless cases, poor sleep and nighttime urination are connected more to magnesium levels than the prostate itself. Low magnesium also makes it harder for your body to produce melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. So instead of drifting off naturally, you lie in bed with your mind alert, your muscles tight, and your bladder more sensitive than usual. When magnesium levels return to normal, men often notice falling asleep faster, deeper, uninterrupted sleep, fewer nighttime bathroom trips, less tension in the lower abdomen. And here's something important. Sleep quality directly affects prostate inflammation. Poor sleep increases stress hormones, which can make PSA creep upward over time. So if you wake up too often at night or your sleep feels shallow and unrefreshing, magnesium is one of the first things to check next. We'll talk about a sign that many men over 60 experience quietly, a sign that affects mood, energy, and even how your prostate responds to stress. Sign number 3, you feel tense, easily irritated, or more anxious than usual. This next sign often surprises older men because many don't associate their mood with something as simple as magnesium levels. But if you feel more tense than usual, if small things irritate you, or if you notice a quiet anxiety that wasn't there years ago, your body may be running low on magnesium. Here's why this happens. Magnesium helps regulate the stress response by calming the part of the nervous system that controls fight or flight. When magnesium is low, that calming system doesn't work as well. Your brain stays on high alert. Even when nothing stressful is happening. For younger men, their bodies can compensate. But after 60, your ability to buffer stress declines. So low magnesium affects you more deeply, This tension doesn't just stay in your mind. It shows up in your body. Tight shoulders, clenched jaw, heavy chest, and a restless feeling in the legs or pelvis. And here's the part most men never hear. Chronic low magnesium can make prostate symptoms feel worse. When the nervous system is tense, the pelvic floor tightens, bladder nerves become oversensitive, and nighttime urination increases. Many men who correct magnesium deficiency report that their mood is calmer, their patience improves, and that constant pressure in the pelvis starts to fade. You feel more like yourself again. So if you've noticed that stress hits harder or irritation builds faster than it used to, your body might be asking for a steady daily supply of magnesium. And now, let's move to the next sign, a sign that affects the heart, circulation, and even nutrient flow to the prostate. Sign number 2, you have high blood pressure or occasional irregular heartbeat. If your blood pressure has been creeping up, or if you sometimes feel your heartbeat skip, flutter, or beat harder than normal, your body may be signaling that it needs more magnesium. Here's why. Magnesium helps keep your heart rhythm steady by balancing calcium and potassium inside the heart muscle. When magnesium is low, the electrical system of the heart becomes more sensitive, more reactive, and less stable. This can show up as mild palpitations, occasional fluttering, a heartbeat that feels off, higher blood pressure, or a heavy pounding feeling in the chest for many men over 60. These sensations come and go, but they don't realize that one of the underlying causes is simply low magnesium. And there's another piece to this. Your blood vessels are lined with smooth muscle. Magnesium helps those muscles relax. So when magnesium is too low, your blood vessels stay slightly tighter, which increases blood pressure and reduces circulation. Reduced circulation is not just a heart problem. It affects the prostate too. Poor blood flow can increase inflammation, slow tissue recovery, and make PSA rise over time. That's why researchers have found that men with healthy magnesium levels tend to have better cardiovascular health and better prostate comfort when magnesium is restored. Many men notice smoother, calmer heartbeat, healthier blood pressure, better energy during the day, and improved pelvic circulation, which all contribute to a healthier prostate environment. Now let's move to the most important sign of all, the number one indicator that your body is asking for daily magnesium. Sign number 1, your PSA keeps rising slowly, even though nothing else has changed. This is the sign most men overlook, and yet, it's often the clearest message your body sends when magnesium is low. If your PSA has been slowly rising over the past few years, even though your diet hasn't changed, your medications haven't changed, and your doctor can't find a clear reason, magnesium may be playing a bigger role than you think. Here's the science behind it. Your prostate is extremely sensitive to inflammation, stress hormones, and changes in the nervous system. Magnesium helps regulate all three when magnesium is low. Inflammation rises, the pelvic floor becomes tighter, blood flow to the prostate decreases, the bladder becomes more irritable, and the immune response becomes weaker. This combination creates the perfect environment for PSA to drift upward, not because of something dangerous, but because the prostate is irritated, inflamed, or under constant pressure. Many men don't feel any symptoms. No pain, no difficulty, just a slow increase in PSA that shows up at their annual exam. And here's something important: studies have shown that older men with higher magnesium intake tend to have better prostate comfort, better urinary flow, and more stable PSA levels over time. In fact, some urologists now call magnesium the missing mineral for men over 60. Why? Because once magnesium levels improve, many men report fewer nighttime trips, less pressure in the pelvis, easier flow, and a PSA that stops climbing so quickly. It's not a cure, but it supports the body in all the ways the prostate depends on: circulation, relaxation, and inflammation control. That your body is asking for daily magnesium. Before we wrap up, let's bring everything together. You've now seen the 4 warning signs that tell you magnesium might not be safe for you right now, and the 5 signs that show your body may actually need it every single day for men over 60. Understanding this difference is what helps protect your prostate, your sleep, and your overall stability as you age. Remember what I said earlier? This video is for education only. Your situation is unique, and talking with your doctor is always the safest next step. But if you want that simple one-page guide that shows the safest forms of magnesium, the risky ones, and how to match them to your own symptoms, just comment the word magnesium below. Once you comment, I'll place the download link for you right there in the pinned comment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.